Hi, YouTube world, I'm here. I've done it, and I couldn't have done it without your support and encouragement, so thank you so much. I'm so blown away, I can't believe people are even interested in my story. Where to begin? I'm thinking I might just begin with my weight loss journey, because that kind of covers a lot of the questions that you guys had anyway, and I'll just do a FAQ later on in the week. Might just start with when I discovered raw. So I was 21, pregnant with my second son, and that's when I didn't even know prior to that that you could actually live just off raw food and nothing else. I didn't know it was possible. So I discovered that, got the book Nature's First Law, The Raw Food Diet, and read that, and boom, a light just went on instantly. Like it just made complete sense that that was how we're meant to eat. And thus began my massive roller coaster ride of on and off raw for the last, nearly 20 years. I did it every wrong way imaginable. But always there was one common theme. And I could sum that up in 2 words. It was calorie restriction. Just dressed up in different clothes. Basically, I did the 1,500 calories a day, 100% raw. And I'm fairly good because I was eating raw food and I wasn't eating all the crap. But eventually I'd get hungry and then I'd break. And then once I broke, I'd think, well, I've wrecked it now. I might as well really wreck it. And then an epic binge would happen, which was going to only last for that one meal, but then that meal turns into a day, and no, I might as well do it a week, and then a week would turn into a month, which would turn into many months. And then I discovered Weight Watchers, and I did the whole 18 points a day thing, which was a bit easier than 1,500 calories because I got 18 pieces of fruit and then unlimited veggies. But, 18 small pieces of fruit is not very much. And then, once I ran out, veggies just didn't cut it when all you felt like was something sweet because I was carb depleted. And then I'd start borrowing points from the next day and the next day and the next day, and then all of a sudden something would go off in my head, like mentally I'd think, well, I've kind of wrecked it now, so I might as well wreck it really good and then start afresh again. And that always seemed to be the way of it. Then I discovered 30 bananas a day. My friends Freely and Harley started it. So they had the message of unlimited calories. And I think their recommendations were 2,500 minimum, but I took that to be 2,500 maximum. So I did it, and I was eating more than I'd ever eaten before, 2,500 calories. But still, in the back of my mind, there was that calorie restriction. So, I'd get to 2,500. Sometimes I'd go a little bit over, but I'd try and balance it out in the following days. I just thought, it's not going to work for me. Freely is a genetic freak of nature who was just born looking hot. Have you seen her mum? Her mum is freaking hot. I don't come from genetics like that. My genetics are jelly belly ladies. My mum has a jelly belly. My nan had a jelly belly. I had the jelly belly. So I just thought I was destined to be fat because I was genetically fat. My father was obese. The longest that I stuck with it consistently for, because every time I fell off the wagon, that would be a new day one. But the longest consistently was 19 months. So whilst it has been 20 years of absolute roller coaster, up and down yo-yoing, I did it for 19 months. And I actually got a tattoo. It's hideous. I'm desperate to get it removed, but it's the colour of broccoli, and apparently blue and green are the only colours you can't get removed, so I'm stuck with it for now until they invent something that can zap it away. But no, I got raw vegan tattooed on me because I thought, that's it, I will never break again because I won't want to destroy the meaning of my tattoo. And I lasted 19 months and then fell off the wagon. So I had Freely and Harley constantly saying to me, you've got to let go of this restrictive thinking. You've got to make it about health. And I was like, yeah, it is. And it started to become a little bit more about health because I did feel better when I was eating raw. But I just still didn't think that all the calories you want applied to me. I just thought somehow Harley and Freely are special. They have these greyhound metabolisms, and that just wouldn't work for me. And I'd stayed with Freely. They'd stayed with me. We'd holidayed together. I saw how much they eat. Because initially I thought maybe they're just lying. Maybe they don't really eat this much. But no, believe me, they do. They eat that much. So for 19 months, I just stayed a bit chubby. And it's because I wasn't doing the complete lifestyle. I was doing the diet side. There's 5 things that I've done differently in the last 6 months. And the last 6 months is when I've lost the majority of my weight. On my birthday at the start of June, I weighed 70.6 kilograms, and I'm down to, I sort of swing between 55 and 57 now, and that's all come off in 6 months. So on my birthday, I wasn't the highest I've ever been, but you know, I was still up there. And the things I've done differently is I have changed my mindset. It has become about health. It actually took losing two of my most favourite people in the world. I lost my nan this January and my best friend. She was 39 when she passed away. So it took actually losing these two amazing women to realise like health really is everything. Like, without health, you have nothing. Health is like up here in importance in the grand scheme of things. So it really did become about health, and from there that changed my exercise habits, because when exercise became about health and not vanity, like, you know, I want to do it, I want good health, I want to live till I'm old, and I want to live quality life. Prior to that mindset switch, I just saw exercise as, you know, I had to do 30 minutes a day. It was just a casual walk, didn't raise the sweat. I think you might as well be sitting on the lounge. It wasn't that much more strenuous than sitting on the lounge, actually. So when it became about health, I don't know, like, it just completely changed things for me. I realised the importance of strength training, like building some muscle. I've never had muscle in my life, and I'm starting to get there. I know, I'm not very good at flexing, but I don't know how to do this. I need flexing lessons, but there's a bit of muscle there. And the 30-minute little walk that I used to do turned into an awesome bushwalk loop, which I started off with walking, and then I started jogging, then I started running, then I injured my foot, which is a bugger because I was really enjoying it. And then I got on my bike because my foot didn't hurt while I was on the bike. So now, like, I bike ride 3 or 4 times a week. It's an hour ride, pretty easy with 1 kilo hill at the end, which sucks because it's at the end when you're buggered. I do my weights 3 times a week, and I do some fun stuff as well, like kayaking. Well, that's all fun stuff, but also kayaking, and I'm learning how to surf. Can I call it surfing if I don't really stand up that much? Maybe it's more paddling training. But anyway, I do get up sometimes, so yes, we'll technically classify it as surfing. So whilst we're talking about exercise, obviously it wasn't very comfortable exercising when I was that big. So 2 things that totally helped me do it. This is very embarrassing, but hey, everyone's seen my camel toe and fat rolls on YouTube. I think it's 35,000 people now, so what can be more embarrassing than that? These are what helped when I was that big. This bra, this is the Enel sports bra. My boobs were massive. They were like an E-cup. This straps them down, like they ain't budging. Combined with the hold the fat rolls in the tummy undies. Like, these just kept everything in place, because running without it, like even walking, your fat jiggles and it hurts. So yeah, it was a good day when I didn't have to wear these anymore. So someone needs to invent a fat bra. That's what I was thinking before I realised that this could do the trick. Like, yeah, I needed a fat bra to keep it all in place, not have it hurt. Okay, another thing that I changed was the amount of water I drink. And prepare to be shocked, because I didn't actually increase it, I decreased it. I was forcing myself to drink 3 litres of water a day, and that combined with the massive volume of fruit and vegetables I was eating, I was peeing constantly. Like, I'm talking every 2 hours, which is bad enough when you've got a job, and like my job, it's difficult to escape every 2 hours to do a wee. Like, I'm a checkout chick, so I need to be on the register serving. I can't be like, sorry, just got to stop and do a wee, like every 2 hours. And overnight, that's when it was really annoying. Like, I was getting up every 2 hours all night long. Like, seriously, every 2 hours on the hour. And it was interrupting my sleep. I was waking up tired. I wasn't energized. I was just exhausted. And I think it's because I wasn't getting that deep REM, good quality sleep. And also, they say that's when your human growth hormone's released. Don't know about all that stuff, but it kind of made sense to me. So I thought I'd just try drinking. I've gone from 3 litres to 1 litre a day and see how I go. And I was still peeing 8 to 10 times a day. And when I say pee, I'm talking about quantity and like it was massive. It was I could win a weeing competition. Like I pee like a racehorse, I eat like a racehorse. So yeah, and it kind of worked. I was sleeping so much better. I was only getting up 1, maximum 2 times a night to pee. So yeah, water was another change. Television. I got rid of the TV. 6 months ago, just no more television. Be surprised like how many hours like you blob in front of the box. I've spent entire weekends watching whole seasons of shows, like barely moving. So getting rid of the TV was huge. Like I don't even miss it. Like I thought I would because I was addicted to, you know, a handful of shows. But I'm too busy living life now rather than watching other people live their lives on TV. So yeah, if you can do it, like totally recommend. Get rid of the television. Greens. Greens is another huge thing. I never ate greens. Like never. Why would you want to eat greens when you can eat fruit? Seriously. But I just rethought it. I kept on hearing over at 30 Bananas a Day people talking about greens, and I thought, okay, I'm going to give this a go. I'm just going to include greens, and I love them. I crave greens. Who would ever have thought? Having said that, I do have my greens always with fruit. At the moment, it's with mangoes. Prior to that, it was with bananas. But I'm having at least 1 to 2 whole massive heads of lettuce every day, and I think that's made a big difference too. So basically, they're the only things that I've done differently. It's changing mindset, letting go of calorie restriction, increasing my calories to over 2,500. They usually come to 3,500 a day and quite often more. Getting rid of the TV, including greens, cutting down on the water, and my attitude to exercise. Those things have just made it all come together for me. So be cute, eat fruit, don't forget your greens. See you, love you, bye.